Alright then, I'm making this review video, like, right after I did my parkour clothes, like, literally, I have them right here. The only reason I'm doing three separate videos for the next thing I'm reviewing, which is going to be my knife, is because it'd be kind of weird to throw all of them together, because the other one was parkour related, flight related, whereas these are fight related. Fight or flight. Yeah. So, my next review is actually going to be this pair of Sap Gloves right here. These are, for those of you unfamiliar with Sap Gloves are combat gloves which have some sort of insert or thinning inside the knuckles. For example, in this case, I have here in the leather, I have steel shot. And this actually gives a lot more durability. You can punch things that you normally wouldn't. I'm beating the crap out of bricks with this stuff, and it's actually very nice. It's not as bulky as it looks. I mean, it doesn't weigh that much. It's about half a pound, fourth of a pound. It's actually not that much. Heavy enough to be noticeable, but not heavy enough to, like, be messing with you or anything. Very nice fitting. I mean, I like these gloves mostly because if you look at other Sap gloves, for example, I have a set of regular leather gloves here. Most Sap gloves are actually a leather glove such as this one. Just big leather with this from here to here filled with some sort of shot, steel shot, steel powder, iron shot, what have you. Usually they're not very, they just kind of move everywhere and they kind of mess with your motion because you have this big thick layer of just shot or steel on the rear of your hand. It pretty much constricts your movement really bad. Whereas, holy crap, there's so many freaking songs here. Whereas these are pretty much, they just have all the shot concentrated right here in the knuckles. I mean, I don't even feel any up here on the finger. It's all right here in the knuckles. Even if I bring that down, there's very little up here. And these, whereas opposed to these type gloves, the steel shot would come down to here to protect your knuckles. These actually just have a really thick foam. So I like them because you can actually move fine here, and then you can move fine here. The lower knuckles right here, there's nothing protecting that there. I think it's just, I'm not sure what that's called, polyethylene? Polypropylene, I believe it's called. The hands are all leather. They provide about the same amount of grip you'd expect from leather. Very tight fitting, which I like. They're not big and bulky like most other gloves. If you're going to be shooting, like I am, I do IPSC, competition shooting. They have reinforcements here on the inside for pistols. I don't have a pistol with me right now, but you can pretty much assume how that would work, that reinforcing right there. I actually like them very much. Another reason I like them, these gloves, as you can see from the wrist, they're big, they're bulky, they move with you. These are military style gloves, so your sleeves are supposed to go into them, but I don't need that in my day-to-day life. I actually like these because these tighten down. You have Velcro, and then you can just Velcro it down. Unfortunately, I have very thin wrists, so I pretty much have to pull that all the way to the end. I mean, it's just a very tip of it grabbing the Velcro there, but that's because I'm thin-wristed. I have very small wrists for some reason. I don't know why. Girly wrist. These are made by, I'm sorry, I didn't say this from the beginning. These are Hatch Sap Gloves. They cost me $60. These are actually a large 10. I was actually expecting a size 9 because I have fairly small hands, believe it or not. I mean, they look big, but that's actually all palm. I mean, I'm webbed as hell, but my fingers actually start down here. I'm actually fairly small-handed, and so, as you can see, but I recommend them. I highly recommend them. If you need a pair of Sap gloves, or you need a pair of gloves, something that you can do some sort of hand-to-hand combat with, or you just want something. I use these more for my day-to-day life when I need to protect my hands because they're covered mostly in leather, and say I'm working on a car or something. I like them. Very protective. Very good range of motion. Moisture wicking. Unlike regular leather gloves, since these have polypro through the majority of the hand, with the exception of the palm and the back here, the rest of it's polypro. So, I mean, even the interior isn't straight leather. It's a soft coating, so which I unfortunately just now tore, but that's alright because I don't use this thing all that often. So I'll tear that right off. I usually just put this through my belt loop and hold them like that. But, oh yeah, it's got a little foam padding right here on the inside of the palm, about right there, which is actually very nice, provides a good little grip. I recommend them. Left hand, right hand, like I said, a pair is about $60, but they're well worth it. I mean, you'll pay about the same price for the lower quality, all leather with the coating in it, which I do not recommend. So, very good quality as far as I know. I think the police department here, the SWAT team here, uses these. I got these through a very reliable store. They actually do protective detail work, and I actually managed to get in touch with the owner. I think one of my family members knows him, so I managed to speak with the president of a protective detail company, and they recommended these, and I got this through them. If you want to buy it from them, they have their own store. I think it's spystore.com or spystore.net. I'll be updating that. You can check that in the description. But you can purchase these for $60. I believe they mail them to you for an additional like $5 or $6 standard shipping and handling. Although I'll have to check. That's also going to be in the update, the description update.